What's up, my Central Unit? Is the Central Man here. So this is my review of last week's AEW Dynamite. This was dubbed as the Jericho's Cruise edition of last week's Dynamite. It was part of Chris Jericho's Rock and Roll Wrestling event. This show was in the Bahamas, in the capital of Nassau. Basically, this is the first ever AEW show outside of America. And this show took place in an actual cruise. So the commentators for this show are good old JR, Jim Ross, Excalibur, and Tony Schiavone. So the first match to kick off last week's Dynamite, we got SCU defending the AEW Tag Team Championships against Kenny Omega and Adam Hangman Page. A really strong opener. Like, one moment of the match, you had, I think it's Scorpio Sky hit, a cutter onto, I think it was on Omega or Hangman Page outside the ring, near this ramp area. That was good. I think they hit a double, a tag team. I think one did a DDT on the top of the top rope. I think it was on Page or on Omega. I thought SCU would probably retain the tag team belts on the show. They hit the SCU later onto Kenny Omega. Scorpio Sky trying to stop Hangman Page to break up the pinfall, but he managed to do it. He kind of pushed Scorpio Sky onto Kazarian to break the pinfall. In the end, you had Hangman Page hit the this type of discus a clothesline on both Kazarian and Scorpio Sky to pin. I think Hangman Page pin Kazarian, and Kenny Omega and Hangman Page are the second ever AEW Tag Team Champions. This is not the last time we see both Omega and Page on this show. Anyway, the second match of last week's Dynamite, we got a women's match. We got Priscilla Kelly. I'm guessing this is her debut on AEW television, taking on Dr. Britt Baker, DMD. The match was okay. It was really okay. It wasn't horrible and cringeworthy, but the match was okay. Britt hit a sick super kick onto Priscilla, and locked the lockjaws onto Priscilla to win. I feel sorry for Priscilla, man. This is her first match, and she started her career in AEW with a defeat. I wish they just do it is a squash match. Why can't you just have a jobber facing Britt instead of a wrestler's making her debut? It's just what it is, man. So anyway, you had Tony Schiavone trying to interview Britt Baker, and once again, every time Tony Schiavone is trying to do an interview, the wrestlers taking the dig at Schiavone. Britt took a dig out of Schiavone again. Said, "This is your meal ticket." Before that, you were working at Starbucks, and the fans got a bit of boo. One fan had a tattoo with Schiavone's name on it, and Britt's promo was terrible. She keeps saying, "I'm the dentist. I'm smart. I'm the most praised girl on this cruise, on this boat," and JR says, "You need cut to commercials." I don't know why they just cut the commercials while doing Britt Baker's promo. I don't understand that. I think the reason why, I think it's just Britt's promo was so bad to decide, hey, let's cut to the commercials. Anyway, let's move on to the third match. The third match, we got a 6-man tag team match. We got the Inner Circle. Representing the Inner Circle, we got the AEW World Champion Chris Jericho, Santana and Ortiz, and representing the taking on the Jurassic Express, we got Jungle Boy, Marco Stunt, and Jurassic Saurus. A fun 6-man tag team match. You had Jake Hager on the middle of the ramp. You got Jurassic Saurus attacking really during the match, going after Jake Hager. Basically, he's the Inner Circle's security guard, the enforcer in that group. In the end, you had Jericho hit the Judas Effect onto Jungle Boy to score the victory. Okay, and then we got the fourth match of last week's Dynamite. they did a promo package with during the feud between Cody and MGF, and then speaking of MGF taking on Joey Janela. The match was okay. It was nothing special. It was decent. Yeah, MGF got the victory. He hit the double cross onto Janela. Janela had some offense, but he got distracted by Penelope Ford and Kip Sabian. And afterwards, you had MGF cut a promo. He's bringing up what Cody says. The previous week's Dynamite says, "I'm right. You're right, Cody. I am the chapter. I'm gonna be the last chapter." And he brings up like, "You cannot touch me," and he said like he bring up Wardlow. You know, basically MGF's bodyguard. He's no longer with me. He's not here. You still cannot touch me. And then Cody says, "Oh, you're right. I cannot touch you." But and you had both the Young Bucks did a double super kick onto MGF, and they kind of throw them into the pool. That was good. And then we got this interview segment between Shivani interviewing the new tag team champions, Hangman Page and Kenny Omega, and Omega says, "I will get my Pac have to wait for Pac will get his rubber match." And then you got like the Young Bucks showing up, and then basically Hangman Page throwing shades at the Young Bucks. "We won the tag team titles before you guys did. I'm out of here." You could tell there's some. You could tell like Hangman Page is basically there's some. You could tell he's turning heel. I'm guessing it's gonna be at Revolution or probably the next pay-per-view after that. Probably Hangman Page versus Kenny Omega. You can tell he's turning heel the last few weeks. Anyway, that's another topic for another time. So anyway, and then we got the main event. We got Jon Moxley versus Pac. Jericho was on commentary. They dubbed it as the number one contenders match. I think the reason why they didn't doing that because of last week when Jericho stabbed Moxley in the eye with the spike. I'm guessing it's just what it is. It's a damn shame Moxley did not wear like an eye patch because last week's show was on a cruise. But it's just what it is. Beggars cannot be choosers. A good main event. One moment of the match, you had Pac really remove the bandage on Moxley's head. Like Moxley tried to do an elbow on the top rope. Pac kind of got out of the way, and he locked Moxley with the bruiser. He tried to lock the bruiserizer onto Moxley. He kind of countered it into a roll up. I feel like on 2 occasions Moxley hits his old finisher, the Dirty Deeds from WWE. The announcer didn't really call it the Dirty Deeds. He just called it the DDT. And Moxley hit the Dynamite shift onto Pac to win. And Jericho was keep saying like Jericho versus Pac at Revolution. You just want Pac to face him at Revolution instead of Moxley. So unfortunately, it's be Jericho Moxley. So I just can't wait. I feel like this. It's been like a few weeks since Moxley become number one contender for the world title. You want Jericho want Moxley to be part of the inner circle, and then they kind of turn on him, and then I can't wait. I haven't watched this week's show. I have to wait until Friday. So anyway, this week's last week's Dynamite was, I think it was a good show, but a little downgraded from the previous week. I think the Bash at the Beach Dynamite was a little bit better than last week's, but it's just what it is. Yeah. The matches were good. Like MGF got thrown into the pool by the Young Bucks was good. The cons has to be the Priscilla Kelly versus Britt Baker match, and also Britt cut that bad promo. That was like not very bad, but you could tell like Britt Baker's a good wrestler, but I think one thing's holding her back is her mic skills, man. So anyway, that's my AEW Dynamite review from last week, the Jericho's Cruise edition of last week's Dynamite. Hope you like it. Leave your thoughts and concepts below, smash the like button, and subscribe to the Central Man Network on YouTube for more wrestling videos. game streams, live streams, whatever, and more. This is the Central Man officially signing out.